there, it's Emma from Emma's Cards and Paper Crafts. Today we are video hopping with Stamp Around the World, and the theme is bag and tag. So I have got out my pack of tags for the season, Ephemera pack, and I also got out my naturally gilded designer series paper. So again, we're crafting on the fly. I've seen some inspiration and from Jez over at Lovely Nigeza Creates, and this is a video that's a couple of years old of hers. I will tag it, but I have changed it up slightly and sort of mixed and matched it with an idea that I had in my head, and I'm just hoping it's going to work, so we'll see how it goes. So we're going to need a full 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and then we are going to do some scoring. So because this is directional paper, I need to be scoring along the, well, from, have it sideways and score the bottom and the top first, if that makes sense. So I'm going to put my blade well out the way so I don't accidentally cut anything. And we're going to start with the scoring from the bottom, actually. So the first score line will be what makes the base of our bag, and that is going to be scored at 1 3/4. Not too hard because it is only DSP and we don't want to completely ruin it by ripping a hole in it, which I've been known to do before. And then this is where it gets a little bit tricky because we're going to be scoring next at 10, and it's going to be sort of a concertinaed gift bag closure. Hang on, my paper is 12, isn't it? Yes, it is 12. Had a little bit of a panic then. So we're going to score next at 10 inches, and then I feel like 1/2 inch is probably going to be perfect for our concertina at the top, because if I do it 1/4 inch, they're going to be quite narrow. But we would get more of a concertina if we did every 1/4 inch. I'll tell you what, let's score at 1/4 inch, and then if it's too tight, then we'll just fold only at 1/2 inch. So we're going to score it 10 1/4, 10 1/2, 10 3/4, 11, 11 1/4, 11 1/2, and 11 3/4. So it's quite a lot of folds in the top there, and we'll see how we go with that. And then we turn it around the other way, and we're going to score at 4 inches. Yep, so 4, 5 3/4, then 9 3/4, and 11 1/2. There we go. So now we're going to give all of our lines a good fold. So that's the base. So it's going to be how wide our flaps are at the bottom. And then we're going to fold our sides in a minute. That one enough, so it's a little bit tricky trying to find the line seams. This one I haven't quite scored enough. So this paper is a tiny bit thicker than normal DSP, but I think that's because it's the gilded paper, so it's got the metallic on it. Next line is there. Let's make sure we get it straight. There we go. We should have one more line, yep, there. Right, so I feel like 1/4 of an inch. It's going to be quite tiny, isn't it? Trying to find my line to fold on there. Yeah, I'm going to fold every 1/2 inch rather than every 1/4, because I feel like 1/4 is going to be too narrow and it's going to be too hard to fold it accurately. Folding back there. Now we're going to fold back the other way, like so. I'm going to fold back the other way again. And then just to ensure our folds are nice and crisp, actually going to flatten it back out and then fold them the opposite way this time. There we go, and then one last line. There we go. I'm going to flatten that back out again, and then all we need to do is take out this corner here. So carefully cut out here. So this is from the bottom edge, like so. So we don't need that corner. And I'm going to cut up each of our lines along the bottom. So the concertina bit is at the top, and the line we scored at 1 3/4 is our bottom. So I'm going to leave this one here completely square. Don't want to notch off any of that because that will be our outside flap. You'll understand when we get to gluing. So I'm just going to give these flaps just a little notch, like so. Leaving that one, remember, notch that little flap there. My notepad with my measurements has just fallen down on me again. And then notch the other side of that little one. Like so. And then we're actually going to notch the bits on this one here as well. Not by much, but just enough, just to make it easier to fold and glue. Like so. And then when we get to this edge here, we're going to notch this piece off here. So this is just our flap along the edge. And then we're actually going to remove this top concertina corner, because we don't need that. There we go. Let's get all of our scraps we don't need out the way. And we can go straight in the bin. So now for gluing, we are going to put our outside down, fold this side in, so we've got our glue flap along here, and then our other flap along here. So there we go. So we put our glue down here, give the glue a good shake. hold that down for a moment, just to make sure it glues nicely. Then we're going to work on our bottom. So the big side that we notched on, we're going to put that one in first. And as the joke always goes, we're going to sandwich our flaps. Always a long running joke when we go to Pootler's retreats that Jazz started as well. So we're going to put in that one first. Then we're going to put our side flaps in. And then we're going to put the one that we left nice and square on the top. And now, just to make sure that I've got enough weight in the bottom that holds that nice and still, I'm going to take one of my punches from in front of me and carefully drop it in and stand it on end so that it puts some weight on the bottom. This concertina bit, I'm like not 100% sure how I'm going to do this yet. So yeah, I feel like I'm going to fold that like so. So our concertina can go like so. So I want these bits to poke up like so, like that. And then we're going to put our ribbon around the centre as our closure. But we're just going to give that a few seconds to glue properly, and we're going to work on our tag. Now, I am pulling out the, what's it called? The tags of the season, or tags for the season. Did look at, I want one of these gold ones, but I think these ones, I don't know, doesn't look that big after all now that we've made the bag. I'm going to go this one with a gold edging, I think. I'm going to go this one. There we go. So yeah, that's the tag I'm going with. And then, ooh, what do we double tag it? I do like layered tags sometimes. And this has got cream in it and the gold as well. For similar size tags, I think it would just be nice to double tag it. Or do we just go with the, no, swaying towards the Christmas tree one now, because it is, oh, what is the colour? Colours escaped me. It is very vanilla. That's the colour I was looking for. I'm going to go with the Christmas tree one, actually. I know that's kind of a cop out though, isn't it? Because there's no real decorating on that. No, we're not going to go with the Christmas tree because I feel like that's a cop out. We're going to do some stamping on this one, and don't know what I'm going to do yet. Looking at all of my Christmassy stamps, because this is flowery, but like it's not really Christmassy, so I don't know if we should go Christmassy or if we should stamp some flowers. You know what? We're going to go with a painted lavender. I'm going to stamp some of the lavender on here. Or do we go the little flowers here? Quite like these little flowers. And maybe the butterflies. Yes, we're going to go the little flowers and the butterflies. And we're going to heat emboss them. So we're going to nice new ones out. And then this little bunch of flowers is the other one. I'm going to get the gold heat embossing powder out. We're going to heat emboss on our tag. We need a sentiment as well to go with it. What do we want on there? Have a look look in here, what do we have? I'm going to go for this one here. So we've got may all your wishes come true. I think so anyway. Yep. Let's find some blocks. I think my blocks need a clean. Getting a little bit cloudy, some of them. Let's get a teeny tiny block for the butterflies. There we go. And then I've got enough ribbon. So let's take our punch out here for now. Now that we're all glued. We're going to need our Versamark for the heat embossing. And then even though my flap's sandwiched, I didn't put that much glue on my bottom flap, did I? So it's going to need longer. So I'm just going to pause you a minute and glue this for a second a little bit better. Right, so we're completely glued on that now. I just wasn't happy with how it was sitting shut at the bottom. So we need enough ribbon to go over the top of this. So we are using the, it's called the striped trim, which is kind of a iridescent kind of ribbon. I'm going to cut that there. So we're going to put our ribbon to one side and our box to one side. And we're going to get our tag back out. Oh, I've got so much stuff on my desk, I really need to sort it out. But every time I sort it out and move everything, a million more things get put there. Where was I at? Heat embossing gun. I got it out while you were paused. I just need to plug it in now. And I need to find my gold heat embossing powder. There we go. There's that. Heat embossing powder. It's hidden somewhere here. Is that gold? Gold. So let's figure out where we're going to put everything. I feel like, oh, is it actually? It'll be around the other way, won't it? No flowers there. I kind of want to plan it out before I just stamp. Otherwise, sometimes I find I'm not as happy afterwards. There we go. I think that's how I'm going to do it. So we're going to put flowers here, butterflies here, and then sentiment at the top. So now I know what I'm doing. I'm going to go over our tag with our embossing buddy, just to get any unwanted grease and stuff off that our embossing powder might stick to. I'm going to get my scrap paper back out. So I did some heat embossing for a video just yesterday. I'm just going to go for that one last time. There we go. I'm going to get the Versamark out. Stamp the sentiment first. Like that. So because this is clear ink, you can't really see it all that well until you put your embossing powder on. So like that. Also, you don't want to put your fingers on the card as well, because you have oil in your fingers and then the embossing powder sticks to where you put your fingers. And I'm trying to see my flowers now. Put 2 butterflies there, and I might just do 1 butterfly just here. There we go. So now we're going to cover that back over because I don't want to get embossing powder in that. And then we're going to shake, shake, shake and put lots and lots and lots of embossing powder on. So don't be too shy with the embossing powder. You can never put too much on because you can pour it back off again. So there we go, we're fully covered. Put a pot there. So I'm just going to brush along these edges here where little bits are stuck, and also where that other butterfly just touched there. There we go, pop that to one side. Carefully pour all of our embossing powder back into our pot. Scrap paper back off to the side, and always close your embossing powder immediately, or it will go places you don't want it. And then we are going to do the magic. So it'll be a little bit noisy, but I'll be back in a second. There we go, there's that. So I'm going to carefully pop out our little tabby bit there. I'm going to bring back in our bag. So there we go. Let's get all my stamps out the way. I'm going to lay it down just so I can thread my tag through my ribbon. So, push down on our concertina a little bit so we get those nice big, what I'm going to call bunny ears, come off the back. Too much ribbon that side and not enough this side. So I want my ribbon to come up, and I want to be able to tie my bow at the top here by my tag. I need to be able to hold that concertina down too. So let's just get the first knot in, and then that will kind of hold it, won't it? So we can adjust this so it comes down the front a little bit more now. And then double bunny ears. Through. Just nice and tight. It's going to be a big wriggle, isn't it? Get it how I want it. Get it to sit the right way. So there we go. Not quite. There we go. I wanted my concertina bit to make bunny ears at the top, and then my tag to swing in front. So I love how it's all foiled. I love the gold. I just love this foiled paper. I'm gonna have to find a way of keeping my tag round. Let's stick a glue dot under it actually. Where are my glue dots? That's the big question. So pop a glue dot underneath it. Do you know what? We're just going to pretend there's a glue dot there at the moment, and it will hang just like so. And it'll be all pretty like this. So I will find my glue dots. They're just not immediately in front of me, which makes me wonder where they've gone. But I will find them, and I will add my glue dot so in the picture it looks perfect. Thank you for watching. Do pop down to the description below and you will find everybody else in the Stamp Around the World video hop. Let's see what other lovely bags and tags everybody else makes. Or I think it's bag with a tag or bags and tags. Either way, everybody's making a bag and tag. So looking forward to seeing what everybody else has come up with. See you again soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.